Hello, adventurers! Today I have prepared for you a different and very personal video. I wanted to talk to you about my experience of arriving in Santiago. Esteban asked me to write an epilogue for his book about the Camino de Santiago, and after reading this text, I realized that we could also make a video. 3 years ago, I told Esteban that I wanted to do the Camino. He offered to design one for me so that I would live the purest possible experience of what it means to do the Camino. But given our personal circumstances, it meant making a sacrifice. We were not going to reach Santiago. That first Camino was great. We walked from the port of Somport to Puente la Reina on the Aragonese way, to León on the French way, and to Oviedo on the San Salvador way. We met a lot of people, with many of whom we still have contact. I take the opportunity to send them a big hug. We slept in welcoming traditional hostels, and we had many moments between great and magical. Obviously, not everything was rosy, but at the end of the Camino, I didn't want to leave. The idea of not continuing to walk made me cry. There I knew that I wanted to arrive in Santiago. The following year, due to personal matters, we couldn't return to the Camino. However, finally in 2024 we did have the opportunity. Due to logistical issues, we decided not to continue from Oviedo. Although if we had the time, we wanted to do it at the end as well. And after many ups and downs, we decided to do it from Madrid. Esteban planned this second path with the same philosophy of living it in as pure a way as possible, and made me a warning. He told me that the magic was going to fade as we approached Santiago. And with that warning, we walked the way of Madrid to Sahagún, the French way to Ponferrada, and the winter way to Santiago, and it was very, very good. But I have to admit that Esteban was right. It was a mixture of several negative things as we approached Santiago, such as the unwelcoming reception in the Xunta hostels and the colder treatment of the locals. The truth is that, although I had a good time in Santiago, it wasn't what I expected as the end of such a special trip. It was very pretty to walk around, very medieval, with many interesting monuments, but very commercial, saturated with people and very crowded. And I felt a little disappointed, sad and empty after having walked so many days to get there. Reflecting on how I felt, I remembered a poem that I really like, by a Greek poet, Konstantinos Kavafis, called Ithaka. This poem refers to the Odyssey of Homer, which describes the long journey back from Troy to Ulysses' kingdom on the island of Ithaka, where his son, Telemachus, and his wife, Penelope, were waiting for him, the same one who was weaving during the day and unweaving during the nights. This journey lasted about 10 years, and he had to face many obstacles and temptations until he returned. I wanted to share with you a translation of the poem into English, and to accompany it, we made a small compilation from our trip. I hope you like it. As you set out for Ithaka, hope your road is a long one, full of adventure, full of discovery. Laestrygonians, Cyclops, angry Poseidon, don't be afraid of them. You'll never find things like that on your way as long as you keep your thoughts raised high, as long as a rare excitement stirs your spirit and your body. Laestrygonians, Cyclops, wild Poseidon, you won't encounter them unless you bring them along inside your soul, unless your soul sets them up in front of you. Hope your road is a long one. May there be many summer mornings when, with what pleasure, what joy, you enter harbors you're seeing for the first time. May you stop at Phoenician trading stations to buy fine things, mother of pearl and coral, amber and ebony, sensual perfume of every kind, as many sensual perfumes as you can. And may you visit many Egyptian cities to learn and go on learning from their scholars. Keep Ithaka always in your mind. Arriving there is what you're destined for, but don't hurry the journey at all. Better if it lasts for years, so you're old by the time you reach the island, wealthy with all you've gained on the way, not expecting Ithaka to make you rich. Ithaka gave you the marvelous journey. Without her, you wouldn't have set out. She has nothing left to give you now. And if you find her poor, Ithaka won't have fooled you. Wise as you will have become, so full of experience, you'll have understood by then what these Ithakas mean. My conclusion, as many of you already imagine, is that, as the poet says, the important thing is to enjoy the journey, without haste to arrive at the destination, and without thinking that the only experience of the journey, or the most important one, is the arrival. Because the arrival is the end of the experience, and one must always have it in mind. Even if it is the best of endings, it does not stop being, in part, sad. One must say goodbye to the people one met along the way and return to everyday and routine life. Therefore, many people, when they arrive in Santiago, want to continue to Finisterre, to prolong the experience of the journey, because they feel that they are not ready to finish their experience. If you liked this poem, you can leave a message in the comments, and if you want to support us, you can subscribe to the channel. Furthermore, you can watch the other videos of our summer adventure, which includes summaries of the Madrid Way, the English Way, the Winter Way, and our journey to Murcia and Finisterre, as well as experiments and other reflections of the Camino de Santiago. Thanks for watching, and buen camino.